Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. It is super early here in California. I literally I got up at 4:44 and I just couldn't go back to sleep, and I just felt like there was something that I needed to do because I actually have some energy. And as I was just laying there, I literally jumped out of bed about 10 minutes ago and was really, really guided to do this message as a follow up from my reading yesterday. This is the conversation between the masculine and the feminine. Top row here are 5 messages from the masculine, what he wants to say to you, what he's been thinking about. This is 5 messages from the feminine to the masculine, bridged by the tarot. And then I have one card from the Oracle of Mermaids deck about how he is viewing his feminine at this time. And then 2 cards flew out for how the feminine is viewing the masculine, or where she stands with the masculine. And then I have 1 card from the Keepers of the Light deck that is just advice for the connection, okay? Advice for this collective couple. So the first card, well, let me tell you what the bottom of the deck is. The bottom of the deck here is reinvention. And this is really about, they're both reinventing themselves. They've reinvented themselves. The feminine has ascended, the masculine is ascending. He's coming into his power. The truth is being realized in their individual spaces about what it is that they want and who they aspire to be. So there is a reinvention happening in this connection. The bottom of the deck for the tarot that bridges the messages is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the feminine. The feminine also came out as a card in his energy. So if you are an earth sign feminine, this is a special message for you. The bottom of the deck for the Oracle of Mermaids is beauty. And this is really about them finding the beauty within themselves individually, and then within each other and in this connection. And so right now, I really feel like there is some gratitude for the connection. There is some gratitude for the ascension that both have gone through and the changes that they are seeing within themselves to be better people. Then the last card here, the bottom of the deck for the message from the divine, is the voice of truth, Joan of Arc, and it says, stand strong, focus on your purpose. What is your purpose? That is what we are ascending to do. This is what we aspire to do as part of this twin flame. Yes, claim your twin flame connection. Okay, claim your journey, actually. Don't claim your twin. Claim your journey, claim yourself. So this says, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. And I really feel like this has everything to do with the masculine, because he got the communication card as his first card out. He is really wanting to talk to his feminine, okay? And so with the voice of truth, okay? And that comes out as a clarifier with his feminine, that there is the desire to speak with truth. But the caution here is, or the guidance here is, to release fear of persecution. And I feel like that is what the masculine is feeling, because her response back to him is forgiveness. So that's what we have for the bottom of the deck. Speak your truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose. We have beauty in the bottom of the deck for how they are viewing each other. They see the beauty within themselves, within each other, and the connection. The Queen of Pentacles, who is the mother, the nurturer, this well-rounded feminine in the 3D, because I got the material world card. I feel like they're really trying to bring this twin flame connection into the 3D world, okay? So that is the bottom of the deck for the tarot, and then they are truly reinventing themselves. All right, let's go ahead and get started. First card out, masculine is saying, I want to communicate. What is the feminine saying back? Forgiveness. And what is the bridge of the tarot? Ace of Wands. So what's really happening here is he's saying that, divine feminine, I want to communicate with you. I have something to communicate. And she's saying, if you communicate with me and speak your truth, just like the divine guidance here, then we can have this new and improved beginning with the Ace of Wands. That can happen, okay? If he speaks his truth, she will forgive him. Then he's saying, my pride and ego is getting in the way. And she is saying compromise. He has to compromise his pride. He has to compromise his ego. Why? Because he compromised the connection. 3 of Swords broke her heart. He put a halt to this connection. This is what created the conflict. That is why he is in his pride and ego. And so what she's saying is, you compromise, I'll compromise, which means that I will forgive you if you come to me with the truth. But right now he's like, I want to communicate. I'm stuck in my pride and ego. Okay, I know I broke your heart. 3 of Swords. This is also probably maybe third-party situations that then affected the relationship, created conflict, created a standstill. And she's saying back to him, you compromised our connection. You halted our connection, okay, because of your ego. Maybe his ego needed to be fed. And now his ego and his pride is getting in the way of him communicating his truth and having a new beginning. Now, his third message to her is Divine Feminine. You are very much in his energy. Who is the Divine Feminine? The Queen of Pentacles. You are very much in his energy. This is the center of the reading, if you see. The center of the reading. And she's saying fresh start. We can have a fresh start. How? Knight of Swords. If you come forward with your truth. Take action with your truth towards me, and then we can have a fresh start. That's what she's saying. He very much wants to communicate, and he wants to communicate his truth. Then, you know, his message, his fourth message is free will. He exercised his free will around this contract and left her in solitude. And she's saying back, yes, you exercised your free will. You broke my heart. You chose a third-party situation, perhaps, right? And we are in solitude. We are not in this connection at this time because of your free will. And so now the last message from the masculine is material world, and hers is twin flame. And so the bridge to this is the 9 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. What I'm getting is he's been working on himself in the material world. She has been working on herself through this twin flame connection and ascending. They have been wounded through their connection, through this heartbreak, through this standstill, through this pride and ego, right? Obviously forgiveness, compromise, solitude. They have been working on their connection in the material world. They have persevered. They were wounded, but they are not giving up because 6 of Pentacles, they want an equal within each other. It's time to ground this twin flame connection into the material world, okay? This twin flame card does not come out very often, I will tell you when I use this, so that it came out today with the material world card for what he's trying. Remember, he's trying to ground his queen. His queen is the 3D queen, the Queen of Pentacles. Remember, she did not come up in my reading yesterday. So now that's why I really feel like this Divine Feminine, he is trying to ground her into the material world so that we can manifest this contract as equals, okay? I'm really, really strongly getting that. And now I'm really feeling that that's why I had to do this reading. She was the only queen that did not come out yesterday in my Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine Twin Flame check-in. She did not come out. And so to have material world, 3D Queen, Queen of Pentacles with the Divine Feminine here and the Twin Flame card, I really feel like the very strong message is that he wants to communicate. He wants this new beginning. He wants her forgiveness. She wants to forgive him. He's getting through this pride and ego. She's trying to tell him, you need to compromise yourself now to come forward. Drop the ego. He's saying, you are in my energy all the time. I want to come forward with the truth. I want this fresh start. She wants it too. He's acknowledging he exercised his free will against this contract or around this contract and left her alone. And now he's saying, I didn't give up. I want my equal in the material world, and my equal is my twin. Okay? So now, how is he viewing his feminine? Well, they're not talking, right? Because we have a communication card. So he's dreaming of her. She's in his dreams. This is the High Priestess that came out in his 3D space yesterday. Okay? He's dreaming. It says vivid dreams, dream messages, dream teachings. He's learning because perhaps she's guiding him through this journey, right? Because remember, the feminine's guiding the light, leading the way. And he's getting messages through his dreams, and that is why she is in his energy so strongly, and that is why he has this desire to communicate and ground this connection and his feminine in the material world. Two things came up for her, which is very surprising. One, she's the wiser. She has, Coral's wisdom. This says works that are created over a great period of time. Who's the work? She's the work. This connection is the work. Okay, this is a great work that was very, very fragile, very delicate, that she created, that she manifested into this 3D world. Okay, that's this connection, that is her ascension, that is leading her masculine. She is the wiser, but what is she doing? Adrift. This says letting go, allowing higher force to take charge for a time. She's letting this connection go. She has been letting this connection go. That is why she's wiser. That is why this feminine comes up as every queen and the empress and the high priestess, because she is the wiser. She has detached from union. The more she detaches, the more he wants union. Okay, so she is letting him go. She's letting him go. And that is really lighting the fire, no pun intended, lighting the flame for him to want to come forward with communication and speak his voice of truth. So what is the advice from Spirit here? El Moria, awakening presence. They are awake. This is also the sapphire, okay? So he is, this is part of the blue chakra. This is also the sapphire. So this is also about throat chakra, which is about communication, which is the first card that came out for him. This is also about, speaking your truth. This is about awakening. This is about wear the cloak of protection and love. El Moria, sapphire, September. Okay, this is so, and this is also that Queen of Pentacles, right? That Virgo energy, I believe, is in like August, September, but September is the sapphire. What happens when you rub two sapphires together? You can create a crystal. You can create something beautiful. You can create a gem, okay? So now El Moria, I want to read what it says here about him, because this is advice from Spirit, and I want to make sure that we speak about this. This is El Moria. This was the name that was given to protect the identity of a spiritually aware man, okay? And it was about helping remove any energy from our life that is not serving our connection to God. He is a guide, and we call upon him if we're unsure if something is real or not. He helps us awaken your I am presence, which is your truest connection to your soul and the universe itself. So this is about, if he's dreaming, he's getting messages. He wants to speak his truth. He's wondering if he's in a fantasy land. The divine is giving him the strength to stand strong, okay? To remove anything that's not serving him. She's removing things that aren't serving her, including him, because she's letting him go, okay? She's staying true to herself. This is also about connections. You're detaching from drama. I just said that. People, places, emotions. So he's shedding things, third-party situations, people, situations, things that do not serve him. And so what this universe is saying, what the divine is saying, is that things are being awakened within this connection, within this masculine and feminine, that they are abandoning things that do not serve them and their connection, so that they can come into their highest power as equals, Six of Pentacles, into this twin flame connection, okay? I'm just guided to pull from the Lenormand, so I'm just going to pull, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 messages just to get final messages from the divine, from the universe. I did this yesterday. I'm very curious where if things are still the same as far as the guidance is concerned, but let us see, okay? Okay, so first card out, it's the clouds. There's, things we're trying to break through the cloud, break through these things that are holding us down from our connection. Then what do we have? You saw how this came out. The man wants to communicate. This is about tweeting. This is about instant communication. Then what? Four of Wands, right? This is really about having a stable foundation. What's the bottom of the deck? Well, I'm going to pull one more. Last card, because I always do 5. What happens after this? We're cutting away things. We continue to cut away things. And what are those things? This deception, this behavior, okay? So we're cutting things away. I feel like this is what Spirit is saying is happening right now. So this deceptive energy, okay? This withholding of information, having to protect yourself. This is about protection. Remember, wear a cloak of protection. They're starting to protect themselves from deceit. She's protecting herself even from her masculine. But what I will say is, because I'm not going to diss this masculine, because I really do feel like he is abandoning those energies. This is what he is abandoning. And now he's seeing the truth. He's seeing the truth that this clouds his judgment. These things, these situations cloud his judgment. Okay? Who's him? Him. This is the masculine. So this is about his journey right now. And he wants to communicate that now that he's getting messages, now that he's seeing through the clouds. And what does he want? He wants to have a stable foundation, and he wants to cut the things away. So, and what are those things? That's this deceptive energy. He wants to cut things away. He wants this fresh start with this feminine. Okay, she's very much in his energy. So he wants to communicate, but he's in his pride and ego. He wants to be with this feminine. He knows he exercises free will. He's ready to ground the contract because he's getting these messages from Spirit, from the divine. She's ready to forgive him and forgive herself for the things that she accepted while she was in this connection. She's ready to compromise so that they can come to a conclusion and have a fresh start in truth. Okay, she has spent time in solitude while he exercises free will away from this contract and ascended in this twin flame connection, which now he is trying to ground her as the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and she is letting him go. She's letting him go. She is the wiser. She knows that there are things that still need to be processed within him, things that need to be cut out. What are those things that need to be cut out? This deceptive behavior. So he's seeing through the clouds. The masculine is seeing through the clouds. He wants to communicate. Double confirmation of his communication card. He wants a foundation. He wants stability. He wants a home. He wants to lay roots with her. Okay? And this is his call to action. This scythe here, this number 10 card, it's a card of, getting into action, getting your ducks in a row. It is also about cutting or breaking difficult cycles, which is what he's doing, because he had been in a cycle of deception, right? Let's call it like it is. If you've been following my channel since July of last year, that's what he was doing, right? There was deception. There were third-party situations. In order for him to have this home, this family, this fresh start, this twin flame connection, that behavior needs to go. All right. I hope that gave you some clarity. I hope this message was helpful. Let me know if it resonated. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Happy Tuesday. Oh, no, actually, happy Wednesday.